Anyways, hi YouTube. I hope you're doing well. Hi, welcome to the stream. I don't know what else to say other than this show's been pretty good. It's been really good. It's been like hitting on the feels time after time after time. I think that this is going to be one of the few shows where like it just takes us through a journey and we're just in for it. Like I don't know what else to say, dude. Like it's literally taking us on a journey. With that being said, why don't we go to just jump into it? Yeah. All right, let's go. Wait a minute. That's the wrong one. Sorry about that. All right, let's get to it. Start off with like Gundam. She's so cute. She's too cute, bro. Oh, way too cute. Also, starting it off, it's awesome how much time he spends there, right? But I guess my main question is seeing the way that the One-chan reacted to his friend. Would your perception of her change a little bit or not? This goes over to YouTube as well. Like, would you guys still be like One-chan, am I just a stray cat, or is it like, hey, yo, I could see you got a type. Let me bring my friend over. Nah, she's just an angel. She is just an angel, though. Milky Land. Oh, bro, I'll take you anywhere. Yeah, bro, the aromatherapy, or just her in general, dude. I feel like, as I said, she has a lot on her shoulders. Even if it's pointed on like that, dude. Like, let's be real. She's literally like, I guess the center point in this family. Jasmine oils. But like, how would you feel in a situation like this? Like, do you feel like you would crack under the amount of pressure that she has? In terms of taking care of her siblings, taking care of the grandparents or grandpa, taking care of the house, making sure that everyone's up and ready to go, even helping out like our main man here, all of that, dude. And still, like, you know, all the trauma from the past, trying to shield them or protect them or help them, or that's a lot. Yeah, Kion, yeah. To the supermarket. Walmart. There. This is starting to worry me, and this is starting to bring up some flags as a therapist. There's a lot of people out there, and this, I guess this is a forewarning because it's just brought up an excellent point. If you go into a therapy session, right, and sometimes it happens because of life, because of triggers and situations like that. and say that people start opening up a lot of wounds from your past. There's some therapists out there, yet yeah, they might be amazing people, but that doesn't mean that they're great therapists, right? Like they open up a lot of the wounds from the past, and yet they don't allow those wounds to close properly. Like you go into the session thinking, oh yeah, I'm just going to talk about this, and they get you to open up too much too quickly, you know, and all of a sudden ideas like this might start coming up, right? And this might just be from other people out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be a therapist. It can be other people that trigger certain memories and this rush of feelings and whatnot of like trying to go. I think we've all been there at some point in time, right? Where it's like we all want to go somewhere, just not be here, somewhere that's not here. And I think that's the impactful moment in that, right? Because for me, like listening to all of this and seeing the way that he's been reacting recently, it can be quite a lot for a person's psyche, a person's mind. And if they're going through ups and downs like this, and let's say that the normality is staying within this limit, and they're going up and experiencing all these downs and emotions and everything in there, and that can cause a person to really, really dwell on those moments and those past and whatnot, and maybe not be ready for them, you know. And if you're not ready for them, that can lead to a lot of like really harmful thoughts.
それじゃ桐山は今年の移動教室には不参加と。まあ順位戦じゃしょうがないよな。お前もうプロだし仕事だからな。
対局は絶対で、二神等までの総指揮等以外での危険は認められない。
でも残念だよな。移動教室ったら学生時代の一大イベントなんだけどな。
はい。確かに僕は少々がっかりしていた。参加できなかったことにではなく、行かずに済むことに内心ほっとした自分にだ。
しかしな、そんなあからさまにほっとした顔してくれるなよ。
しまった、読まれてた。そんな顔にもろ出てたのか。
いやそれはわかるけどな。お前友達いないし、こんな時だけいきなり喋ったこともないような奴らのグループに放り込まれて雑魚寝で4泊5日は確かにきついっちゃかなりきついだろうけどさ。
Yeah, that would suck.
先生、包みましょうよ。もっとこうオブラートに。ストレートすぎますよ。
ま、プロ棋士に余分な時間がないのはわかるけどな。
確かに対局は月に数回だが、それは野球やボクシングでいうところの試合と同じようなもので。じゃあスポーツ選手が試合のない日に何をしているか。
They train.
そう、答えはトレーニング。棋士もスポーツ選手も同じ。試合のない日は練習や勉強をしているのだ。先人たちの残した星の数ほどの棋譜を調べ並べてみたり、同じ棋士仲間で研究会を行って新しい戦法を検討し合ったり。
でもこれじゃお前何のために高校入り直したのかわかんない。
Oh, he re-enrolled.
ですよね。
おい、あっさり認めるなよ。
家もないし家族もない。学校にも行ってない。
Fuck.
友達もいない。あなたの居場所なんてこの世のどこにもないじゃない。
Okay, let's be. Have a good night, Bat. Appreciate you. Let's be straight up, and this is why I will always say the words that you have on others can really leave a scar on them, and especially if they've gone through traumatic events and stuff. Like the words that you use with others or you use against others or whatever can really leave some deep scars on people that they take with them, yeah, for a long time. My big moment in all of this, right, is like, you know, I've opened up quite a bit about like, you know, sort of these lines in the episode. I'm going to have to watch this whole thing. Yeah. It makes me question, like, for example, people who want to start the process of change again for themselves, they don't just completely dive in immediately, right? I.e., he re-enrolled in high school. That's a big step, dude, right? That doesn't mean that all of a sudden he's going to start making friends and become the extrovert that like everyone expects him to be. That's not possible, you know? But just the fact that he re-enrolled in high school doesn't even have to be a conscious thought, but the thought of like, hey, I'm trying to go ahead and better myself or better the environment or stuff like that. It shows that he's like taking that step even without him maybe even knowing that he's taking that step. That's huge. Encountering, my thing is, I wonder if he's got like, and this is a genuine thought process for me. He's already gone through a lot of trauma, but I wonder why the impact of this girl specifically has this much weight for him. And I'm wondering if there's any form of sexual trauma there, or aside from the physical trauma that we witnessed, like more forms of emotional trauma growing up. At what point was the breaking point in their relationship that caused situations like that to happen? What up, Dino Nuggies? How you doing? The Dino Nuggies. I like the name. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. But that's sort of what I'm getting at. Like, how much, for example, for you guys watching here, I guess, and YouTube as well, have you ever, like, you know, if you've dealt with depression, have you ever taken actions that you weren't aware of that were like gonna help you? For example, enrolling in clubs, or setting up a Tinder profile to try and meet others, or, you know, start gaming more, going on Discord or something, without you actively thinking like, oh, this is something I'm going to do to go ahead and help myself. Because for me, I've done it plenty of times when it comes to situations like this. Anyway, sorry.
京子の言葉は心のど真ん中に飛び込んできたが、怒りも悲しみも湧き起こらず、ただただその通りだと思った。
That's just how it is. Oh.
だからこそプロになりたいと思った。自分の力だけで生活することができれば、そこが自分の居場所になるんじゃないかと思った。そう思って必死にバンに食らいついてきた。
Yeah.
そしてその夢は叶って現実となり、荷物はほとんどなかったので、引っ越しはあっけなく済んだ。それからしばらくの間はカーテンもテレビもない部屋で、まるで電池が切れたみたいに、対局と時々学校に行く以外では毎日毎日ただ眠り続けた。なぜだか毎日眠くて眠くてどうしようもなかった。
Depression, dude.
家事は前の家で手伝っていたので一通りで。
My big thing with all of this though is, whenever, I think one of the big ways that affects us, I'll be honest, when I go through spurts of depression or anything like that, I can sleep in all day. I know I have shit to do, you know, and especially when I first started living alone, dude, like, yeah, there's a lot to do, but sometimes like your mental health just drains you, you know. Sometimes, and this is why I say, dude, like, the fact that you guys are here, the fact that you, even if you're in bed with your phone on and watching this on Twitch or YouTube whenever it comes out, dude, I'm proud of you. Legit. I can never understand exactly what all of your stories are and situations that you guys are going through, but I've been through something myself where it was physical pain to get out of bed. You know, it was physical pain to wake up in the mornings. You know, like it hurt. It took a lot of energy to try and get out of bed, to try and take that first step, to try and keep up with my own personal, like, emotional health, keeping my, like, room and my house clean, everything, dude. Like, when depression hits you, it's not like it hits you like a brick. It's silent, dude. Sometimes it can, but most times it's rather silent. the silent form of all of a sudden your friend no longer wanting to be like distancing himself away from groups, from group activities. It's that silent of wanting to stay in the darkness in bed and not necessarily wanting to wake up because you don't have the energy for it. Got me through a rough summer vacation. Yeah. And that's honestly sometimes, you know, sleeping is a way that we can heal ourselves, right? Or try and process things. It's even harder when you have to do everyday treatments to keep up with my mental health condition in check, and I just don't. And it's rough. And that's why I'm like, and I always state this, like, I'm proud of you guys, for those of you that are here, for haven't heard the I'm proud of you in a while type of thing. Because it's not easy, man. And a lot of people have this weird stigma on depression. Oh, you just get up, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and go. Depression will heal itself. No, dude. Depression is not just something you immediately, like, get over, you know. It's a battle. It's a hard battle in the mind. It's a battle that, with support systems, with actual speaking about it when you're in a good state and coming up with plans for it, you can do better in yourself, you know. But it's not an easy one, and it's not one that everyone can see immediately. And I think that's a big moment in that, and this show is actually characterizing it pretty well.
自分一人だけのためにはご飯を炊くことすらめんどくさくて
Yeah.
しなくなった。1年目は良かった。今まで積み上げてきたものの貯金で前へ進めた。C 級1組は現在30人。そのうち10人と対戦をして、勝ち星が多い順に2名だけが B 級2組に昇級できる。昇級には全勝か、それに近い勝ち星が必要だった。しかし2年目の今年、初めて2連敗を食らった。
Oh shit.
そして呆然としているうちに昇級する目を失った。
Piano time.
Oyoi de. Oyoi de. Oyoi de. Oyoi de. Oyoi de. Oyoi de. 泳いで泳ぎ抜いた果てにやっとたどり着いた島。
Holy shit, dude.
ここまで来ればもう大丈夫だ。ここにさえ着けば、ここにさえ居続けられれば、あれもこれもと多くを望まなければ、停滞を受け入れてしまえば、思考を停止してしまえれば、もうここはゴールで。そしてもう一度嵐の海に飛び込んで次の島に向かう理由を僕はもうすでに何一つ持ってなかった。
Absolutely. No, absolutely, Grim. The ocean is a great analogy for depression. It's a great analogy for all of that. And my big thing, and I guess this is like a warning out there, because I think this characterizes it absolutely beautifully. Even if we lock ourselves in our room time will always keep pressing forward. And while we think that our island in the middle of the ocean is safe, you never know when an earthquake might occur and a tsunami might come rushing in. Or the island might start sipping back into the ocean because of time. Time is one of those things where that island will run out of resources and so on and so forth. That's the number one, like, it'll get flooded, yeah. And that's a big reason why, like, you know, here's the thing. Even in moments of stagnation, I hate to put it this way, we're always healing. Even in moments that, like, we think, wait a minute, I'm doing nothing. Are you, or is your brain taking time to try and, like, rest up a little bit? Maybe you've gone through a lot of trauma, because this is something big, right? Or big moments of trauma, dude, it takes a lot out of us. And sometimes we keep grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding, and, you know, you don't stop the 9 to 5. And the moment that you finally get a week of rest, all you do is sleep. You don't have the energy to do anything because your brain is trying to, like, rest up. And this is why it's important to have, like, a good work-life balance. It's important to, like, be open about, like, hey, if you're drowning, dude. Ask for help, yell for help, do whatever you need to do to get that help. Because some people don't, they're afraid. But some people don't know how. And some people, it's shunned to even ask for help. Or to say, hey, I'm having a hard time. Or I'm in the middle of the ocean swimming endlessly. You know? Hey, yo.
なんて寒そうな名前なんだろう。初めて見たとき、そう思った。
Mine did look like a straight up anime villain.
その初めてがいつだったか思い出せない。そのくらいずっと前から当たり前にそこにあった。
Those eyes, though.
僕たちの国の神様の子供。
今日はサッカーボールみたいなあのおにぎりじゃないんだな。
So real quick, before we continue, I'm kind of curious because I want to know, do you get paid just for being a professional? Like, you know, I'm assuming that you're like a shogi pro. I'm assuming that your like salary increases with each rank that you promote up, right? But is that a stable like year like pay or month pay, or is it based on wins? Like, and if so, is that even like enough to keep you alive, like realistically speaking?
先生、
さすがにもう外は寒いか。でもここだって寒いだろう、かなり。
Oh, dude.
見てくれこれ。新しい将棋現代。乗っちゃった。詰将棋交差点。
本当だ。すごいじゃないですか。
Stable income. Ooh.
なかなか綺麗にできてますね。3一角2三玉1三金同玉3三角成1四玉1三角成同玉2三金1四玉2六桂同金2四馬まで13手詰めですね。
うわー早っ作るの1週間解くのは1瞬ですよね。
It's like whenever you see Hikaru start fucking making a lot of the chess moves. Oh, dude, what a cool teacher, though, to at least show that off. That's awesome.
プロですものね。 そうや名人か。すごいな、今期も。鬼神、清流、玉将。もうすでに3つ防衛か。
Oh, they're
どん
titles.
な人なんだ？
どんな人なんでしょうね。
会ったことないのか？同じプロでも。
会ったというより見たことなら。クラスも違うし、今タイトルはほとんど宗谷名人が持ってるから、トーナメントで会うことももうほぼないですし。
俺と同い年なんだよな、この人。でも10代の頃から全然顔が変わんないんだよ。なんかこう時間が止まってるっていうか、不思議なんだよな。初めて見たのは俺が中学生の時の中学生プロ誕生って特集だったっけ？そうだ。そういやお前のこと初めて見たのもこの本の同じ特集でだったっけ？ああ、そっか。こうやって目の前にいると忘れちゃうけど、お前本当はすごいやつなんだよな。一人ぼっちでポツンと昼飯食ってるけど、ここでは本当いるかいないかわからないけど。
先生、だからもうちょっとオブラートにくるん。
But here's, it sucks to say it because it is a big moment of realization and stuff. How many of us use anime or video games or movies or series or whatever as a way to cope? As a way to stop time for some of us? As a way to not have to deal with some of the issues that we may not want to go ahead and address at this state in time? As a way to go ahead and subsidize or, push back like some of these feelings and some of those emotions of stuff that you've gone through and just numb yourself out for a little bit. Watch a show that's going to make you happy. Watch a series, a person that's going to go ahead and make you smile for a little bit before you keep trying to fill ourselves with some of these gaps, some of these things. We might switch from anime to video games to going to bed to being on Discord and constantly filling up all of these emotions because we don't want to go ahead and deal with some things that may be happening in our lives. Or we wait until they pass away, or it resides, or it's like it, fulfills itself by itself. I'll be honest, some days I play games for that reason because I don't want to deal with some things, school, work, private practice, this, teaching martial arts, everything. Like, it's busy, and sometimes it can be quite a bit. So the prodigy player is like a broken mirror for our MC of what might happen to him if he goes down. And it's like, at what point do we start to lose aspects of ourselves in that, right? And that's a big question, because I know when I did martial arts, that became essentially the identity that I was for a big period of time, when I was only doing martial arts. And like, it's like, what identity do you have for yourself? And do you just lose yourself into that, into only trying to go out and better yourself rather than growing as a person?
で、将棋界の歴史の中で中学生でプロになった人間は今までたったの4人。そしてその4人はその後すべて名人になるかタイトルを取っている。けれどその5人目である僕は。
期待してますよ。あなたは未来の名人と言われてるんですから。
天才もたまには不調くらいあるよね。
おいおい、どうしちゃったのさ。しっかりしてよ。未来の名人なんだからさ。
天才とか言われていい気になっちゃってるんじゃないの？
Yeah. Cognitive distortions. Expectations hurt. Yep.
すごくないです。全然すごくないんです。
But that's the thing as well, man. And this is a concept that I think a lot of people don't understand, is mental illness, depression, anxiety, cognitive distortions. You might be saying, hey man, I love it when you do this. Like, for example, hey man, I love it when we watch Moshiko Tensei together. But if I have like depression or like, low self-esteem or whatever, I might hear it, I only like spending time with you when we're watching Moshiko Tensei. Our brain can sometimes allow these redirects to happen, these cognitive distortions to happen, that hurts us. you know, because for us, that is our schema at that point in time. That is what we live in at that point in time, and that is what we're feeling at that point in time. And that's why when I said earlier, like, depression is not something that we just get up and, like, you know, one day it's all cured. No, dude, it's a progress. It's a battle that not a lot of people get to see everything that's happening. And yeah, expectations, oof.
ほれ、やるよ、勝つ。ほら、あれだ。勝負に勝つってね。じゃないな。多分この場合は己に勝つだな。
True.
ああ、そうか。先生、連敗のこと。
さてと、な、桐山、来月になったらもっと寒いぞ。お前もそろそろ教室で食べられるように。つっても教室で一人で食べるってのも目立っちゃってあれかな。辛いよな。
だから先生、オブラートに包んで。で、ああ、そっか。破けてるんですね。先生のオブラートって。きっと。
Wingardium Furiosa thing. Bro, you terrified me. Thanks so much for the 15 bits, though. Way to scare me, dude. I looked at my phone immediately. I was legit like, what is my phone doing? I never heard that fucking that thing before. Yeah, I was like, what is happening? That cracked me up, dude. That was good. Good stuff, man.
先生、余計目立つと思うんです。
Yeah.
桐山はな、試験の成績はいいんだけどな。でもお前がもう一回学校に入ってきたのって勉強がしたかったからじゃないよな。
I confused, looked at my phone, same. Hold on, I missed that one. I'm gonna back it up.
学校に入ってきたのって勉強がしたかったからじゃないよな。多分。
True.
言い当てられて何も言えなかった。
Teach his reading him. Here's the thing is, a lot of good teachers should be able to, like, see sort of where you're coming from. At least teachers that are active in your genuinely care about you. Sort of like what journey you're taking, dude. And I think those that are around you, your support team or whatever, people close to your friends should most of the time can get a good sense for what you're going through or be able to read you in that sense, right? Not necessarily understand everything, but pick up on cues.
僕に3つ目の黒星がついて、炭を飲んだような気持ちになった。頭では分かっているのに、動けないのはなんでだ。勝つ理由がないとか言いながら、負けると苦しいのはなぜだ。中途半端だ。僕は。何もかも。
Yeah?
あ、レイちゃん？
ひなちゃん。
レイちゃんも商店街？私もね、本屋さん行くんだ。一緒に行かない？
Oh, dude.
最近来ないね。ゆうべ餃子だったんだよ。皮から作ったの。すごく美味しかったんだから。来ればよかったのに。
うん、そっか。
McDonald's. Wingardium, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. But also, dude, yeah. Yeah, it could become a big part of your identity, Kaufman, and that's why I'm like losing. Yeah, I mean, it might not feel the greatest either.
買ってあげようか。
いいよ、悪いし。
いや、いいよ、全然。100円だし。
Aww.
はい、どうぞ。
ありがとう。
Oh.
冷たかった。でも美味 レイちゃんやっぱり
Yeah.
元気ない。レイちゃん泣いてた。涙がポーロポーロしてた。きっと思い出しちゃったんだね。レイちゃん最近来ないね。そうね。
Oh.
でも今は少しそっとしといてあげましょう。そういう時もあるものよ。お姉
Bro, your sister's a fucking angel, dude. She understands concepts of space and, you know, people pretty well. Oh, dude, One-chan is something else. Like, you know, it's like this is a journey that he kind of has to go through for a little bit, or maybe even understand himself. Because here's the thing: is if you don't understand what's happening with you, you know, and see that you're feeling overcrowded, what might happen, dude? Legit. If you've ever felt really depressed or going really, really anxious and people start approaching you and you don't understand the true reason why you're feeling a certain way, and people are approaching you and they're like, are you okay? 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 Guess what? A lot of people lash out, dude. A lot of people just distance themselves even further. And like, you know, if they don't even understand what they're going through, how do they expect to be able to like vocalize that to others? You know? And that's a big aspect. Like, I don't think a lot of people take into consideration that, right? A lot of people automatically jump into, like, be a savior when some people don't even understand what's going on with them. And some people want to try and understand why certain things are like, emotionally, why certain things are happening to them. The sister is just time after time coming up with, like, literally key responses.
今日は天ぷらな
Aw.
の。かぼちゃとか玉ねぎとかお姉ちゃんがあげるとすっごく美味しいの。だから
Oh, my heart, dude.
レイちゃんはいつも静かで大人っぽいけれど、でも泣き虫なところもあるから心配なの。だからうちにおいでよ。一緒にご飯食べよう。
Yeah. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes we just need to get out and stuff and, you know, get out of our heads for a little bit and whatnot. I had a friend who, I don't know, man. We're gonna get to the post-credit scenes in a bit. I had a friend who, I don't know, man. She could read me like a book, and to this day, I love her and I respect her to death. Like, it was funny, dude, because you know, and if she ever sees this, Tatum, if you ever see this, know that I love you, man. You are absolutely amazing, and you know that, and I respect the living heck out of you. But it was like time after time, like, you know, she was very empathetic. She helped me out a ton. And being in another environment, another situation, moments of sadness and depression did come over, you know? It's moments where you're just like, damn. But she was the type of friend that would like be like, all right, we're doing a D&D session. You know, we're doing this. Hey, we're watching movies at your place. And like, you know, she could read me like a book at times. And I was like, dude, you're fucking amazing. Like, genuinely. Like, it's thanks to people being open or being like, hey, we're gonna go to dinner, like we're gonna go, like let's go here, just being open to like being like, hey, I see what you're going through, dude, and like let's come out. Sometimes you need some time to be able to heal and come out and stuff, and that's why I'm like, it's powerful stuff. And yeah, sometimes people need space, but sometimes just being offered or being open to it and genuinely saying, hey, you're not a bother, dude, if you come over. Like, for example, I think the best way for me to ask it's how many of you have gone through something like that, where you feel like you might be a bother if you spend time with friends or if you do a certain thing. I'll be honest, there were some times where I thought that, where I thought, hey, if I go with them, I might be a bother for them. We're not on the same vibe, or I might bring down the mood, or I might do certain things. And it was thanks to people just being open about it and being like, hey, dude, you're not going to be a bother. Don't even think about that. You'll be fine. That, like, yeah. It makes a huge difference. And that's why I'm like, seeing that, it's big. But how do you take it?
このひなちゃんという子は小さいけど優しくてとてもしっかりしているのだ。でも中学生に心配される高校生って言ったらそうだ、ひなちゃんは妹の面倒を見て家のことも手伝ってお店の手伝いもして、あかりさんなんてみんなの世話をきちんとして、和菓子屋さんの方も銀座のおばさんの店も手伝って、みんなものすごい頑張っているのに。
Yeah?
そうだよな。なんで俺は俺のことだけで。
Doesn't this seem so cold, dude? Like, all of the pictures that he's seeing are all warm and like family and togetherness and working together, and his is just the cold, dark lit room. Like, fuck, dude. The imagery in this show.
そうだよな。なんで俺は俺のことだけで。
Wow.
すぐいっぱいいっぱいになってしまってるんだろう。情けない。ひなちゃん？
お、川本。
Bruh.
ひなちゃんの好きな。
She giving that good suck. I'm good to start a new day. Hey, no worries, Cal, and I hope you're doing well. Dude, she giving that good suck. She's like, it's him, it's him. Not like that, you perverts. Not like that. I'm talking about, like, you know, it looks like the cup is about to explode. Damn, guys. Dang. To be fair, yeah, if your crush walks in, dude, oof, your ears turn, like, my ears turn red, dude. That's like, I know you guys can't see it because of the lights or whatever, but whenever I'm like, you know, someone says something, I'm like, ooh. It's Trigatsu. Hey, yo, wingman status. Especially alone with the guy. Yep. Fair. Oh, dude, my heart. Oh, I want to talk about embarrassing things that have happened to us, like in front of our like crushes and stuff. I remember in high school, dude, like I was with a group of friends. I think it was at Jack in the Box or McDonald's or something like that, right? And a girl that I was crushing on so hard walks in, dude. But like, we'd do stupid shit, like you know, like for example, you put ketchup in like the ranch and like mixing it with like the fries to create like a good combo and stuff. But sometimes we mix too fast that like it go everywhere. Guys, stuff, y'all get it. But this one instance, she came in and like I forgot I was mixing, dude. It's just like it was just falling like all over my shirt and shit. And I was like, oh god, dude. Like, it's talking about like genuine like embarrassment moments, or like, you know, matter of fact, like, you know, drinking and like spitting it out a little bit. Yeah. And when she doesn't want him to be self-sacrificing or feel unwelcomed. True. Even when being flustered in an environment like that. Oof. And he sits down. Oh, dude, he's like, all right, now I gotta sit.
気まずい。何を話したらいいのかしら。スポーツマンとなんて話したことないよ。
No, but you can relate on so many levels, dude. Like the amount of training and mentally or physically. For him, it might be physically. For you, it might be mentally. Like what it means to be in a competition, what it means to be really good in environments like that. He's probably gonna be such a bro that can probably relate in many aspects. Dude, this is one thing I'm really enjoying, like genuinely enjoying about this show, the pacing. Like at first, I think when I first watched the show, I mentioned that like, and I mentioned it earlier where like episode 1 and 2 took me out of like the pacing, or took me out and like I was like making wild guesses and stuff because the pacing is very different from the shows that we were watching at that point in time. But the pacing in this show is so like down to earth. Yeah, how to handle a losing streak. But the pacing is like genuinely like so down to earth and like, hey, we're gonna take you one step at a time. Hey, this is gonna be a movement, you know. This is gonna be a movement. We're moving through it, like, and it's like real life, dude. And it's feeling like a bit, you know. Trigatsu is gaining a quick spot in my heart that I don't know how to explain it, man. It's instantly just like rivaling a lot of other shows because of the realism aspects in it, because it's actually like it doesn't have to rely on like horny moments, or corny moments to make a show like blossom. Instead, it's like, hey, we're gonna walk through this together. Like it, hate it, we're taking it one step at a time, and that's powerful. That is so powerful for a show to do that. For a show to be like, hey, yeah, the art is gonna be wonderful, but the content behind here just as much. You might think that might show like, there's not a lot of action happening, but realistically, guess what? This is setting you up to fully understand the characters as we keep growing and stuff. Like, fuck, dude. Same, to be honest, I kind of zoned out when you'd watched it, but this episode got my full attention. Yeah. That's why I'm like, some episodes are able to like hit you like, some episodes are able to hit you right, and I feel like this show's just continuously like building it out in a way where I'm like, I'm now invested. Like, I can't back out. Like, I want to know this man's story. What are we going to go through? How's he going to better himself? How's his family going to play an impact on his life? Is he going to be able to get over some of his trauma? Is he going to be able to go and improve himself, And this is a long journey, but guess what? I might dictator it. I might do a Dictator Saturday. Oh fuck. I might just make it like a 4-episode Saturday or something, or maybe even like something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. Because it's so good. I approve of Dictator Saturday. Yeah, I might just have to. Yeah, well, we have to finish Oji-san. We'll probably finish Oji-san on Friday. You dictator whatever you feel like doing. Yeah, at least like once I feel in the mood for it, right? We might start off with like an anime that you guys pick, but then like once I'm like settled in and like in the mood for it, jump into it, because this is not a show that like we can just jump into when like we have like like super duper energetic. This is a show that like we have to approach in and like be like ready for it, because this is a show that can trigger a lot of people. This is a show that probably gets a lot of people. It's heavy. It's a heavy show. And that's why I'm like, I don't think I can go like 7 episodes because of how heavy the content is, but I think I can go quite a bit of them, It's a really good show though. Season 2 apparently gets even heavier. I binged 7 episodes. Cough me. Oof. Did you cry a lot? Because that's what I'm thinking. I would have been crying the entire time. If I watched all 7 episodes, dude, I would have been like crying episode after episode. Like if I watched this, I'm a big crybaby, dude, and I think because I'm on stream, like for an aspect that like I've gotten to cry in some shows, right? But even then, I'm trying to control myself from not overly crying. But like if I'm alone, dude, I'm just like full on just crying about everything. That's why I'm like, oh. Also, I guess fair warning, Onimai Ko, or however it's spelled out, whenever it comes out, I think that's going to be one of the new shows that does come into our circle here. Oshinoko, yeah. Onimai, I'm thinking about the show Oshinoko, there you go. Yeah, Onimai. Onimai and May, right? No. That's... Oshinoko, yes, Oshinoko would be good. Oshinoko, whenever it comes out, it'll be a part of it. With that being said, though, guys, this episode, fuck, YouTube, let me know what you guys, how did this episode prepare you for what's to come, if it did? Because for me, this is like a very, like, it was a very developmental episode of an insight into our character and how he's approaching future orientations, or what he has to grow and what he has to like hurt for. That's big. That's huge. Man, I'm fucking feeling shit like this.